Welcome back, friends. If you're new around here, I am Big Gator. If you came looking for the sharpest tennis bets, you're right where you belong. Right now, we're covering ATP Basel and Vienna. First round still, okay? So get into the comments. Let me see what you're playing, all right? And remember, it's first round, so it's a little crazy. But if you want to play what I'm playing, keep your eyes peeled for the pinned comment, okay? If you do like the breakdown of these matches, please give this video a like. It goes a super long way. Thank you for those that do. If you would like to get my picks from this video, as soon as I upload, you can subscribe. It's the fastest way to do so. Help me get to 700. I'd really appreciate it. We keep growing every day. It's all thanks to you guys, so I appreciate that. If you guys do feel generous for any wins you guys do get on the channel, there's a link in the pinned comment if you'd like to donate, as well as a link to my free Discord where you can get some extra picks from me and my community if you'd like to just see what we got going on. A lot of people making money all the time, so get yourself involved. And with that being said, what we looking like for today? Okay. Funny enough, it's still yesterday for me. I have to work. So during this time of the day, I will be having my shift. But I have the video made for you guys because I love you. So here we go with this epic draw that we have. I don't know what you guys have for winners from the last picks from yesterday. I haven't even picked the picks yet, so pending because I'm just getting the videos out right now. But anyway, just like a little moment to just say shout out to everybody in my Discord. Shout out for you guys keeping things alive. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody that's been coming to this video channel and getting views here. I appreciate everybody. Love you all. Help me keep growing. And with that being said, we can hop into Basel. And our first round match is going to be Battle of the Black Men. Felix Auger-Aliassime going against another black man from Canada, Gabriel Diallo. Oh man, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Or is it going to be great? We just got Felix winning a title. Felix just won the title. Right? He just left Belgium with a bag. Okay? And then we have Diallo, who lost to Duckworth and Almaty. That guy ended up getting to the semifinals, so hey, he was there to play. But what? No one saw that coming at all. But with that being said, Felix has done enough to prove, but he needs to get far in this tournament here. Not necessarily, though, does he? If he's trying to get himself into the top 10 for the finals, Felix really just got to be doing as well as he can in Paris. So just to give you a little bit of insight on like what I think the motivation is for Felix. He won 250 ranking points, so that's huge for him. He's going to need a little bit more than that to get into the top 10 before Turin. And Paris is the last chance to get as many points as possible before then. Unless you're just a machine and you want to win everything. I don't think that's going to happen. So, Yannick is taking place in this one. I think with a bigger draw, like a Masters, we'll have a bit more time for him to get some wins and accumulate some points before running into him, hopefully. So, I think that may be his angle. Diallo is definitely in the position now where he's got to start getting some wins. So, I like him getting the win here, just off of Felix not caring to win this one. Now, unfortunately, the books aren't going to have everything that I need to show you guys, which really does suck because I am doing this a day in advance. But what I can say is, wait, where are we at? I don't even think they have it on the books yet. Oh, yep, yes they do. Diallo to win a set. Minus 185. Not mad at it. So With that being said, Diallo is 3-2 this season, going with a 65% win rate. Felix is 8-1, going 9-5 last season with a 69% win rate. Felix is in the mode of winning, but maybe he might need a little bit of a break in between. So don't be surprised if this upset happens for you, okay? I think Diallo might get it done here. You might want to play him on DraftKings. He'll be at a good price. He's a plus 150 underdog, so I would lean that way. And our next match we have is going to be Rafa Collignon going against Arthur Rinderknech. First head-to-head for these guys. This is going to be an interesting one. Both big servers, but can move around really well. I can see this game having a bunch of games in it, going a bit of a distance. Let me see. It's even money for these guys. Yeah, funny. Both of these guys to get a set is minus 300. I wouldn't touch it. The total games that I haven't even figured that out yet, but I like for. I don't know. This is a tough one. Maybe the first set over X amount of games, not 9.5. They always play close first sets. So I would maybe lean that way. We know that Rinderknech just came off the Shanghai Masters final, so he's got a good 500 points that boosted him up. He's in the top 30 now. Career high. And now we have Collignon, who now is close to his peak at 81, but he's getting fairly close. I'm sure that that semifinals loss definitely gave him a decent boost in ranking. About 120, 125. But yeah, I don't know who wins this one. I would go with Collignon because he's on a hot streak right now, and Rinderknech has been chilling for a bit, but maybe the well-rested guy is the one who does it. Hard to say, honestly. If you can beat Zverev, maybe you can beat Collignon easily. I don't know. But that's my take on that match. The next match we have is going to be Giovanni and Mpetshi Perricard going against João Fonseca. And this is going to be their first head-to-head. How have we been seeing this guy, João, do against big servers? He lost against Terence Ottman. Huge server. Lost to Taylor Fritz, but he took a set off of him. Huge server. As of recently, no one too crazy of a server, though, has he gone against. Gio's going to be someone that's going to shake him up on the indoor hard courts, bro. You don't even got to worry about that. I think with the way Gio's been playing recently, too, if he can return this guy's ball, he's in good shape. I think Gio might even be a favorite here. You might get Fonseca as a... Yes, he's a minus 150 favorite against João Fonseca. Who would have thought they'd see the day, man? Honestly, that's crazy. 4-1 on the indoor courts, though. He don't fuck around. João's already 1-2, but he went 13-5 last season. So, win rate is still higher than Gio's, but it's only because he's played about 21 matches. So, yeah. It going to a 3-setter is plus 110. Not mad at that. But yeah. Gio being the favorite just cracks me up. I don't even have any input on that one. Next match we have is going to be Miomir Kecmanovic going against Stan Wawrinka. And this is going to be their second head-to-head. They played 2 years ago in Indian Wells. And Wawrinka beat him 7-6, 6-4. Straight sets. Bow. Kecmanovic hasn't been having that great of a year. He plays well, but not good enough. Wawrinka, the same. He's getting old. He's like literally 40, so the fact that he's still even kicking is crazy. Took a set off of Fabian Marjan, so makes me think that he can maybe take a set off of Kecmanovic as well. He's minus 175 to do so. Kecmanovic is 3-3 so far this season indoors. Wawrinka's 4-4. He's got a 5% better win rate than Kecmanovic with a 55% win rate. So I don't know. These first few rounds of tournaments, Wawrinka be looking like real sharp. So if he's here, I think he's here to play pretty well. I would think that he can actually get a set against this guy, but maybe I'm wrong. I will carry on though. Our next match is going to be a juicy one. We're going to have Sebastian Korda going against Ugo Humbert, and they've played once before 4 years ago in Halle on the green, right on the grass. Went to a 3-setter. Ugo won. Did go to a tiebreak in the second set, but Sebastian Korda lost to the Stockholm champion of this year, Ruud, by taking a set off of him. So, not too mad at him for that. Played real well, beat Majchzrak and Popperin, took 3 sets to do so. But Ugo just came from the final, right? And when was the last time we seen Sebastian Korda go against a lefty? He retired the last time he played against a lefty, which was Cam Norrie in the U.S. Open. Before that, it was... Damn. It's been quite some time. He hasn't played against a lefty all year. My God. Let's see. Now, mind you, Ugo is just coming from Stockholm. Both these guys came from Stockholm like a day or two apart, but they're like 1,000 miles apart. Okay, driving. I didn't ask about driving. Just trying to see how long it takes to get over there, because I'm not from over there. So, it's about a 2-hour flight. Okay. So, yeah. A 2-hour flight. And there's no time difference. So, there's no jet lag or none of that shit. It's a 2-hour flight over. If they're feeling good, he's only played, 5 matches? This will be his 5th match in a row. He played some heavy ones, but he got dog walked by Ruud today. So I don't know how much energy he had to really exert. He played an hour of tennis. So, yeah, maybe we get a 3-setter from Korda and Ugo like we did last time. I think that Ugo being a lefty who was just, I don't know, the form that Ruud was in was pretty fucking good. Let's see how Korda is against lefties historically, because maybe that'll give us a little bit more insight on what to be looking for. Well, what we can get out of this match. All right, so against left-handed people, Sebastian Korda is 0-1 against Cam Norrie this season, but last year, career-wise, it's kind of in the middle. But he has beaten Ben Shelton. That was back in 2023. Lost to Manarino in 2023. So yeah, it's been literally over a year, and he played Musetti. So. Ted last year was a bit of a jokester, so, I mean, we'll take that. I mean, I would definitely get Ugo for a set here. It's even money for both of these guys. I I would lean Ugo's way just because of the left-handedness. Sounds crazy, I know, but I like Korda. I want Korda to win, but I think Ugo wins. Indoor hard court record would tell you that Ugo is built to do so. 2% difference in win rate, but it does go to Ugo. And with that, I'll move on. Our next match is going to be Taylor Fritz going against Valentin Vacherot. The former or most recent winner of Shanghai Masters. How does he do on the indoor hard courts? Taylor Fritz is 3-1 this season. This is, funny enough, this is Taylor's weakest place of performance with a 57.8% win rate. Vacherot hasn't played on an indoor hard court in literally 3 years and is 0-3 in that time. So 6-14 on the indoor hard courts. But now that we know that we can get a lot from this guy's performance on a hard court, I think that he might be giving Taylor Fritz a bit of a run for his money. What do we think, friends? What do we think? He's rested. Taylor Fritz, where did he just come from? Wasn't he just in Dubai or some shit? So, is this guy even... When did he get over? Let me see. Now we gotta look up. Okay, flight from Riyadh to... Where are they at now? Okay, that's an 11-hour flight. Fuck, bro. What? You gotta have a stop, too. There's, like, no stops. There's, like, you gotta have a stop somewhere, so. And it's 2 hours ahead, so. When did Taylor Fritz, they didn't even count the fact that he was playing in fucking Riyadh on what I'm looking at. So. Let me check something else. He's minus 525. I think Vacherot gets a fucking set. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. It's plus 110. I think Vacherot can get a set, though. Yeah, they don't tell you that he went to go play there. So I'm letting you guys know. It says Shanghai was the last place he played. He didn't play in Shanghai last. He's not coming from Asia. He's coming from Saudi Arabia somewhere. So he might be tired because that match that he played was like 2-3 days ago. So 11-hour flight, 2-hour time difference. He might be a little still shaken up, but it's Taylor Fritz. He does shit like this. If you don't know, he does stuff like this all the time. So I still think that Vacherot is really fucking good. If he can get a set off Djokovic, 2 of them, without him dropping a single one, I think he can beat Taylor Fritz. That's just me. That's just me. And with that, I'll move on. Unless you guys want to know the stats, which I'm sure that's what you guys came here for. Taylor Fritz is 3-1 on the indoor hard courts, but he got a 57% win rate on the indoors. He went 6-4 last season. And as I said before, Vacherot doesn't have much of a record here, but last year on the indoor hard courts, the closest and the furthest that we got from Taylor Fritz in a tournament was in St. Petersburg, where he made it to the final and lost to Marin Cilic. And that was in October of 2021, I'm sorry. So it's been some time since he's played really well indoors, and I think that this will be no different. Our next match we have in the super long draw in Basel is going to be Marcus Giron going against Denis Shapovalov, who has played quite a fair amount of tennis recently. So it is 3-1 Marcus Giron against Denis. So funny stuff there. You would think that Denis kind of had his number at some point in time, but no, Marcus Giron beats him. They played twice this year. Marcus beat him in straights on the clay in Monte Carlo, but Acapulco, Denis won, and the quarterfinals. in three sets. So when it came to hard courts recently, Marcus Giron also won in straights in Adelaide earlier this year. So they've played 3 times this year. It's hard for me to say, based on their head-to-head history, who plays better. I think with how Casper Ruud was playing in Stockholm, nobody could beat him. So fair play on Dennis losing there. But I don't know if he's playing that bad to lose to Marcus Giron. I don't know. He's minus 175 to win. But been trending a bit downward. So when it comes to indoor hard courts, Giron does play really well. This is his best surface indoors. And it's same with Dennis. And on their best day, Dennis is still 3% better. So on an indoor hard court, with his serve and play style and movement, I would go with Dennis ever so slightly indoors over Marcus Giron. If you want to go for the salt and the spice, take the over 2.5 sets because I do think that it could go the distance. But it's my 2 cents there. I wouldn't touch that match though. That's my 2 cents. I wouldn't touch that match. But next we have Majchzrak going against Big Benzo Shelton. And man, what a first round. Like, goddamn. Majchzrak has been playing hella well. Just got through Martinez and Royer in straights. We lost Ben Shelton in straights in Shanghai in the second round. In his first match back since his injury. Don't know if he's back in form just yet, but he is number 6 in the world. So we will see. This is going to be more. The stats won't matter here, guys. I'm just going to tell you that. But I'll give them to you. A 55% win rate for Majchzrak. He's going 5-3 this season. Went 3-5 last season. 1-1 for Ben Shelton this season. 8-5 last season. 76% win rate. He's 40-12 indoors. Okay. Majchzrak is 44-36. So obviously Ben Shelton should win the match, but if he's not healthy, you just don't know. And with the way Majchzrak plays, he could struggle, man. But we haven't seen him going against a lefty in some time, have we? So maybe, just maybe, he played against Ottman on the clay earlier this year in Gstaad. Majchzrak, and he won in 3. Terrence Ottman, on a good day, has a lot of similar weapons that Ben Shelton has. A huge lefty serve and great touch and a smacking forehand. So if he can go through that on a clay court, indoor hard court where he's been excelling, I think he might have a bit of an answer for it. And if Ben's not fully ready for it, I would be a bit skeptical to think that Ben just wins outright. So I fear this one could go to a 3-setter. I would love for Ben to win in straights, and if Ben wins in straights, we know he's in smoking hot form. If he's not, I think that we can be concerned that maybe this injury in his arm hasn't fully gotten better, but it has been some time. The U.S. Open was a month or 2 ago, so let's hope that we get the good results from Ben. I'm hoping that he's back so we can get him in the finals, right? Okay, moving right along. Our next match is going to be David Goffin going against Marin Cilic. And this is going to be their 11th head-to-head. 3rd on the indoors. They played in Basel and qualies just a few days ago. Actually, today. Cilic won 6-1, 7-6, but we do know that Goffin loses a match and then ends up coming back to win, right? Didn't that happen to him? No, he beat Rinderknech and lost to him. So does he do the same thing to Cilic? Does he lose to Cilic and come back and beat him? I'm not too dedicated to this either way. But it's 5-5 between them on the indoor courts. It really goes back and forth with these guys. They've played on every surface but the grass, which is funny, but it's even between them. Most recently, though, Cilic won. So, if you trust Cilic more, his form, then take him right now. But I could give two shits about this match for a first rounder. 3-1 for Cilic this season, 1-4 last season, 66% win rate. 1-4 this season for Goffin, 9-7 last season, 62% win rate. 15-24 this season for Goffin, 26-18 for Cilic. So maybe that's your answer right there. With that, I'll move on though. And next we have our Stockholm champion, Casper Ruud, going against Halys. And, I feel sorry for the boy. I feel sorry for Halys for having to go against him. If he's still in the form that he is in, which I would hope so, he's going to smoke Halys. Just won in Stockholm, only dropping a set to Sebastian Korda in the process. In their head-to-head history, it is 2-1 Casper Ruud, playing in 2023, 2018, and 2017. Being the first time on the indoor hard court, this match will be. But yeah, Casper, the form we've been seeing him in, cannot hate on it. That boy is smoking hot, piping hot, cannot beat him. Minus 150 to win in straights. I wouldn't touch that, but his money line is minus 575. Play him on DraftKings Fantasy. Enough said. And our next match we have is Botic Van de Zandschulp going against Jiří Lehecka, the runner-up. And where was that at? Brussels? Yes. So we just saw Jiří in the final against Felix. We had Botic, who lost to Riley Opelka in straights today. So, I mean, Jiří is probably in kill mode after that loss to Felix. He was not very happy after that loss. Hopefully he resets well. He's only minus 300 to win. That's a parlay piece if you want to put some crazy shit together. But, yeah, losing to Riley Opelka, getting broken by Riley Opelka, means that you're not going to be able to beat Jiří Lehecka unless Jiří is tired. So, he did just come from Belgium, which isn't that far away, but he could be tired. So, it is 2-0 in their head-to-head, and last time they played was 3 years ago in an indoor hard court. Jiří Lehecka won in 3 sets, so easy peasy there. If he's feeling healthy, take him. Then we have Sebastian Baez going against Riley Opelka as our final match in Basel. And, what do we think about this one? First head-to-head, Baez, does he play well against big servers? We know he doesn't play too well on the indoor hard courts. He got smoked by Valentin Royer. 2-6, 3-6. Holger Rune. Alcaraz. Yeah, people with huge serves, he can't. Yeah, not happening. Opelka, minus 330 to win. Opelka in straights is plus 120 still. Interesting. I would take Opelka to win in straights if he can beat what's-his-face. Even though I don't bet on Opelka, I would take him to win in straights here. It's not a bad bet for him. Baez is not a good hardcourt player. He moves well, but it just isn't enough. Big servers on top of that, cut it out. Not happening. So, with that being said, I will conclude everything that takes place in Basel. That's everything in the first round. Don't forget to play lightly if you do want to play these matches. And let's pop into Austria. See what we got going on in Vienna. And our first match is going to be Tsitsipas going against Musetti. Stefanos and Lorenzo with a 5-2 lead. Tsitsipas has on him. Every time they play, be on the clay, though. They've played twice this year on the clay. Twice in 2023 on the clay. It went Musetti twice this year, though. Tsitsipas has won every time before, so he switched to tie it up on him. The 5-match win streak was shut down by Musetti this year. And Tsitsipas has been in a weird spell, right? Talked about that some time ago. I think before the U.S. Open, him and his old girl, Badosa, had broken up at around that time, and he just hadn't been playing that great. Headspace was a bit off. Musetti, he's been just all over the place. He's been in Asia. He's been in Brussels. He might be a little bit winded, but he's here now. He's got some time to rest. He's had 2 days off, so Tsitsipas took a set off on Fonseca, but lost. A Davis Cup match. I don't know, man. Like, you can't really call it with this guy. This is definitely a match you're going to sit and watch before you bet on it. 2-1, 65% win rate on the indoor courts for Tsitsipas. Musetti, 46% win rate on the indoor courts, going 1-1, 4-5 last season. So yeah, 8-3 last season for Tsitsipas. 11-6. He's always played really well indoors, so hopefully we get more of the same. His price is plus 180. They think Musetti's going to win. I don't know, man. I think Tsitsipas is going to win that match. And I'm not just hating on Musetti, I promise. I think he's going to win the match. He plays better on the surface. 64% win rate versus the 46% win rate. You tell me. You do the math. But we'll move on. Next match we have is going to be Tomas Martin Etcheverry going against Nikolai Budkov Kjaer. The young Norwegian on the up and rising. On the up and up. Hasn't been playing too well. Lost to Ugo Gaston. Haven't heard that name in a minute. And the Rowan Challenger in 3 sets in the quarterfinals. Lost to Cilic as well in the first round. In straight sets in Stockholm. And then we have Etcheverry, who lost to Holger Rune, where that was unfortunately the last great match we probably got from Holger until his big injury for Achilles. He's going to be having surgery, if you guys didn't know. So Holger's going to be out for the next season as well. Big drop in rank coming for Holger Rune. Wish him the fast recovery. Don't like to see stuff like that. But Etcheverry, nonetheless, been playing some really good tennis. So I would expect him to beat this kid, but they have played before, and it was close. It was a Davis Cup match earlier last year, or this year. Went to a tiebreak in the 3rd set. So don't be surprised if this kid has figured out a few things. Him to get a set is minus 275. The prices on this match are ridiculous. I leave it alone. That just, This is not right, man. Something is not right here. 4-2 on the indoor courts for Etcheverry. 22-8 for Kjaer. Yeah. Plus 100 as an underdog. Everything about this screams. Play him on DraftKings. Play Kjaer on DraftKings. Play Kjaer on DraftKings. Next match we have is our champion, Daniel Medvedev, going against Nuno Borges. And Daniel Medvedev is still not in the top 10 after that win. He is 14th in the world. This is going to be his 4th head-to-head with Mr. Borges. He played him 3 times last year and beat him every time, only giving up 1 set in the process. Even on a grass court, he couldn't give up a set to him. So, being as though he played a scorcher of a final against Mutet, he could be a bit tired, but this is the stamina that we know that Medvedev can have within him. Borges did get to a tie, a straight set loss to Demonar in the fourth round in Shanghai, and we haven't seen him since. Had some time to recover for sure. Now he's back in Europe, so we'll see if Medvedev gives a fuck about this tournament. He just won a 250. Maybe he plays to get a few more points in this one, loses, tries to win a Masters. I don't know. Maybe he's going to try and win the back-to-back 250, 500. You don't really know where Medvedev's head's going to be after winning this, to be honest with you. Yeah, he played really fucking well. He's in good form. I would think he wins, but Borges, I don't know. Borges could be the guy that can cause an upset in a situation like this, I'll say. A situation like this, where we have Medvedev, who hasn't won a title in over 2 years, just getting his first win. Does he give a fuck after the next match? We'll see. So I would leave the match alone ultimately. No reason for me to get into the stats, but I love to do so. Indoor hardcourt record this season: 7-2 for Mr. Medvedev, and Borges is 1-1, going 0-4 last season with a 55% win rate. Medvedev's got a 68% win rate at this point in time. So, yeah. Our next match we're going to go into is going to be Cam Norrie going against Andre Rublev. And this is going to be their sixth head-to-head. They've only played on hard courts. Rublev played him 5 years ago on the indoor hard courts in St. Petersburg, where he won 6-2, 6-1. And the last time they have played was in Beijing 2 years ago, where he won 4-6, 6-1, 6-4. So, been some weird time that they have not had each other in the draw against each other, but I would like to see this matchup. I think Rublev wins. He does play well against lefties. He did lose against Lerner Tien, but he got his get back. Lost to Nishioka in Shanghai as well. So, hey, he does struggle against him. And Cam Norrie is someone that you could struggle against, but losing to Lerner Tien, Arthur Cazot is who he beat most recently. Other than that was Komasanya in the U.S. Open. So, if you're only beating Cazot and Komasanya, Rublev is definitely going to make barbecue chicken out of you. So, let's see what the price is for Mr. Ruud. Minus 225. That's not a bad price for him. First round, I would take him. Now, looking at the indoor hardcourt record, Cam Norrie is 3-1 this season, 6-5 last season, 4-2 for Rublev, 6-8 last season, 7-6 last season. Hasn't had a great one since 2022, but win rate is still higher by 13% against Cam Norrie. So, yeah, lean a little bit on him. Lean a little bit on Rublev. Play him in DraftKings if you got to, but it is 2-3 in their head-to-head, and Rublev is leading with 3. So, our next match is going to be Alexei Popyrin going against Matteo Berrettini. And this is going to be their 5th head-to-head. It's going 3-1 Berrettini, but in their last match earlier last October. In this first round in Paris Masters, Popyrin won in straights with a second set tiebreak. Both times they played at the professional level on the indoor hard courts, it was a straight set win. So Berrettini did it in 2021, but I will leave this match alone. I don't really trust Popyrin. I don't really trust Berrettini right now either. But 1-2 on the indoors, 8-3 last season for Berrettini, 0-2 for Popyrin, 4-3 last season for Popyrin. 50% win rate going against the 54 for Berrettini. I'd stay away. I don't have too much for this one. Next we have Camilo Ugo Carabelli going against Filip Misalic. This is going to be their fourth They've played on the clay twice this year, in Bucharest and Bostad. Carabelli winning the most recent time in the quarterfinal, but Filip Mislic did get the win in the second round in Bucharest in straight sets. Both straight set wins for both of them, but indoor hard courts. Carabelli's only played 3 matches in his entire career. Mislic has played a fair amount more, about 34. So he's 5-5 this season on the indoor courts. I would take Mislic on a hard court over taking Carabelli. Both of these guys are clay boys, but I would lean a little bit more on Mislic. He has some good wins this season on the hard courts. I take that back. Neither of them do. But, yeah, I'd leave this match alone. Actually, I think Ugo Carabelli wins on some nut shit. He kept it relatively close with Ottman. Went to a third set with... Oh, he retired, though, in Stockholm. So, yeah, leave the match alone. Everything about this is iffy. People might not be healthy. Next match we have is Francisco Cerundolo going against Alex Michelsen. And I feel like Michelsen is going to get this win here. Just out the gate. He played really well. Lost to Mutet, but back in Stockholm? Almaty. Cerundolo was in Shanghai, lost to Zizou Bergs in straights, but beat Manarino in 2 tie breaks. Quite impressive. He knows the lefties though because he has a brother who's a lefty, Juan Manuel. Michelsen lost to the lefty, Mutet, but beat Mochizuki, Vukic, and Zukiev. Cerundolo is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I do think he can get it done. They're 15 ranks apart, and Michelsen is the one who is ranked lower. So, indoor hardcourt record, 52% for Cerundolo, 71% for Michelsen, but they have the same amount of losses on the indoor hard courts, which is 16. Cerundolo has 18 wins. Michelsen has 40. So, definitely would be leaning on Michelsen in that regard, but it's, as I say, it's the first round. Be careful. He's coming from playing damn near a full draw, making it to almost the finals in Almaty. He could be tired. Cerundolo's well rested. Last time they played each other, it went to a 3-setter. Cerundolo to get a set in this one is minus 300, so fuck that. It's even money for these guys. Play them on DraftKings if you want to take Michelsen, but I wouldn't really put money on these matches. And then next we have Thomas Machac going against Flavio Cobolli. Mr. Cobolli is back. Duckworth got rid of him, but Machac will probably do the same. They've played 3 times already. Once earlier this year in Australia. Where was that at? The United Cup match. Quarterfinal. Where Czech beat Italy. Beat Machac. Machac beat him 6-1, 6-2. Crazy. Then beat him 7-6, 6-2 in a challenger. And then the U.S. Open qualies 7-6, 5-7, 6-1. Back in 2022. But Machac did retire in Shanghai. That match that took place on my birthday against Valentin Vacherot. So Cobolli lost to Duckworth, as we know. Losing to Duckworth is going to be a pretty strong indicator that you're not going to be able to beat Machac. I would think Machac is the favorite at minus 200. Maybe take him, but we'll see if Cobolli's still here after this match. We know that Machac is a demon on indoor courts. He plays pretty fucking well, if you ask me. He's got a damn near 70% win rate going against Cobolli, who's got a 36% win rate. So if you want to take him, take him. It's a good time to take him, I think. Cobolli might not be ready to go against this type of smoke. And next we have the bane of most people's existence. We have Jannik Sinner going against Daniel Altmaier. And another head-to-head this year. Crazy. This is going to be their second head-to-head this year, but their 4th in total. Going 6-3, 6-3 in Shanghai. But every match before that, Jannik was able to drop a set to this Mr. Altmaier. Not so much nowadays. He's just coming off of winning his match as well, though. Don't forget, Yannick is coming from Riyadh. So he's coming from the Middle East. He may be tired. He just played a match against Carlos where he was trying to really beat his ass. So maybe, just maybe, there's a spread that can be covered here. The Altmaier spread at 6.5 is minus 175. He's rested. How does he play on the indoor courts, Mr. Altmaier? Not well enough. Yannick didn't even... He's undefeated. He went undefeated on the indoor courts last season. Since 2023, Yannick is 34-4. Jesus Christ, man. What a sicko, man. He went 13-0 last year. 21-4 the season before that. Yeah, it's barbecue chicken, man. Let's see. So, if Altmaier covers a spread... Man, fuck that. 6-4, 6-4 should not happen. It shouldn't happen. I don't care if he's tired. 6-4, 6-4 should not happen. But if it goes over 19.5, it's plus 100. You guys can play it if you'd like. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave this alone. Our next match is going to be... Sorry. Jacob Fernley going against Alex Zverev. In their fourth head-to-head. Now, this is going to be a good match for Zverev. He needs a win. He has beaten this guy in straight sets. 8 straight sets Zverev has on this Fernley fellow. Fernley's 7-4 this season. He went 26-5, which was mostly challengers. But he did get to, challenger level wins. Zverev is 0-2 so far on the indoor courts this season, but he went 11-3 last season. He's got a 66% win rate here. Plays relatively well, as we know. Do I gotta really say that he wins the match in straights? It's minus 120. If he doesn't, you know what I'm going to say about this guy. But I'm not betting it. I'm just telling you guys. Straight sets is minus 120 for Zverev. Put that in your pipe and smoke it and tell me how you feel. All right. And last but not least, we have our runner-up playing in Vienna. Anyway, we have Damir Dzumhur going against Corentin Moutet. And this is going to be great. 2 grinders. 2 super grinders. Only have played on the clay, where Dzumhur won in Santiago this year. It was a 3-setter. I would like to take Dzumhur for a set here. They played in Rome in 2024. Moutet beat him in qualifiers and straights, and then he played him this year, and he lost in 3. So I think with the well-rested, actually the good form, Dzumhur beating Ethan Quinn in straights and Vukic in 3, might be able to get this fatigued Moutet. He's played a lot of tennis recently, so I think he's good for a set here. If you want to go spicy, take him for set 2 like I always like to. But the last time they played, he didn't win set 2. He won every other set. So maybe don't take that. Maybe just take him for a set and parlay it with something, all right? And that does conclude everything we got going on for the rest of these first round picks. Thank you guys for tuning in with me. I know it was a long video. I try to keep it as small and concise as possible. I only went for the things that made sense to me. But, thank you guys for watching. I love you all. I really do. Let's keep growing the channel. Let's keep getting some subs in here. Send it to your friends. Send links to your friends for the Discord, the respective place I hope you guys are joining. And I will catch you guys all in the next one. Be smooth. As I said before, love you all. And be nice.